the Big 12 title game, Kansas State versus TCU. TCU is undefeated here, and fresh spread right now is TCU is a 2.5 point favorite. Over under set at 62 points right now. I've been looking all week because last week we kind of thought maybe Adrian Martinez has been nursing a leg injury. He's been out since November 12th here. Will Howard has stepped up very nicely for the Wildcats of Kansas State, and they're also led by Deuce Vaughn. And Deuce Vaughn is, I would argue, probably one of the best weapons in all of college football this season. I don't think he gets enough love. I don't think he gets enough respect on his name. Will Howard throwing the ball all over the field. Adrian Martinez was very electric. But here's the thing, Fresh, and I'm going to start off here with TCU. When are we going to respect them? At what point are we going to respect what TCU has done this year? And I went back and I thought a lot about last season. I thought about Cincinnati again because it kind of is the team that comes back to my mind. All year long last year, we were waiting. Well, Cincinnati is going to lose this week. When they get to this game, they're going to lose this game. And they're not going to make the playoff, and they're going to be kept out of the playoff. Like, I'm looking at this time. At the time of the game, I know you put it out there like TCU has only, I think, 2 ranked wins, you said. But at the time of the game that was played, they have 5 ranked wins on the season. When the game at the time, like Oklahoma was ranked on October 1st when they played. TCU put the boots to Oklahoma. Handed Kansas a big loss there. Oklahoma State, 2 overtime game. They handed a big loss. When are we going to start putting a lot of respect? Max Duggan has been one of the best stories of college football. I love this kid. 29 touchdowns in the year, 3 interceptions. He's taken a lot of sacks, which always concerns me. He's got 22 sacks in the year, but I've just been enamored by what he's been able to do with the football. The fact that he's not getting more Heisman love is appalling to me. I'm just so disappointed that people aren't like talking about him more. If you guys want to talk about Drake May and everything that Drake May's done for the Heisman, or you want to talk about, you know, even I'll say Stetson Bennett there, because not to knock Stetson Bennett, but if you want to consider him for the Heisman, you really need to talk about Max Duggan too, because he's been so good for TCU. And without him this season, TCU is nowhere close to where they're supposed to be. So I just don't know. I just don't know here. Kansas State, I like this Kansas State team a lot here, Fresh. I really do. And I like this K-State defense. I really do like Austin Moore, the linebacker there. He's their leading tackler. I also like Kobe Savage in the defensive backfield. He's got 3 interceptions on the year. They got some dogs over there. They got some players in Manhattan, Kansas. I think this is a great matchup. I think this is an even matchup. Who's going to be able to run the football? Who's going to be able to win the point of attack? Who's going to be able to win the line of scrimmage? Let's give, how many coaching analogies can I give you? I can give you all this coach speak. But if Deuce Vaughn can catch the ball out of the backfield, if he can get some wiggle room into the TCU second level, then Kansas State's going to be the first team to upset TCU. But if Kendre Miller gets going, if Max Duggan does Max Duggan things like he's done all year long, man, I'm not betting against the Horned Frogs. So I'm making my pick now. I'll even give you a little bit more about what I'm thinking, but I'm going TCU in this game. I saw a great version of Max Duggan versus Iowa State. I've seen great versions against Texas. I've seen a great version against Baylor. All really good defenses. But I'm going the Horned Frogs in this game. I love it. I love this matchup. I'll turn it over to you for your pick.
How awesome has the Big 12 title game been the past few years?
Oh my God.
I mean, we had Iowa State and Oklahoma in a thriller. Then you get last year's amazing down to the half-yard line that determined a playoff spot, maybe even really shuffled up the order of the 4 playoff teams as well. And then this year, we had K-State and TCU. Both teams were unranked. Everyone kept waiting for them to both lose. Hey, K-State even lost to Tulane, and they are here playing in the Big 12 title game, and they are looking like a force. Um, Martinez obviously had that early on season success, but Howard has jumped on and taken off and really shown a different variety of the offense. It's not as much with the legs, a little more from the arm. And it gave them a whole different dynamic that's helping Deuce Vaughn get more space and help the offense have a little more balance, which has definitely helped them carry forward and score some points at a rapid rate. Their defense, though, has been probably the best outside of Iowa State in the Big 12. They have been tackling well, shutting people down, limiting to field goals instead of touchdowns, and getting off the field. And that's a major testament to the coaching staff because everyone knows K-State does not recruit top 10 recruiting classes. They don't put together tons of 5 stars and 4 stars. They get guys who are 3 stars, 2 stars. They develop them. They have an amazing walk-on program. They've had it there since Coach Snyder was first around in his very first term. It's about guys who want to contribute and be there for the Wildcats, for their teammates, and they play their hearts out. And they execute and they play smart. And they go get guys from the JUCO ranks who are just trying for that second or third chance, and they put them in there. They plug and play, and the guys just blend together and they get it done. Um, it's a proud program, and they're going to only get better. And with the success, I think going forward. When you look at TCU, you hit them right in the head. That when are they finally going to get the full respect they deserve? We all kind of laughed. That's like, man, they stomped Oklahoma, and that was kind of like, all right, it's a fluke. It's one game, and then they did it again, and they did it again, and they did it again, and then we all kept saying, well, they're just offense. They don't play defense, and they went to Texas on a Saturday night, and they played great defense and found ways to walk out with the W. Um, they they just getting it done. They have a groove. They found ways to win an ugly one at Baylor, kicking the last minute field goal. So they've done it defensively. They said it offensively. They did it ugly. They won with the pressure on them. They're battle tested every way possible right now. And I think Max Duggan's been able to wear it on his shoulders and not fade as the quarterback. Miller at the running back position, the offense, and just in general, they've been able to balance and withstand all the pressure that everyone thinks they're going to lose, everyone assumes they're going to lose, and they're fighting through. They're undefeated, and they don't have. I think it was Coach Lou Brown's like, I'm what is it about I don't care for sports writers' time. I'm all about destroying them. That's what he's here for. He's here for about destroying sports writers' time. In the end, though, this is going to be, and unlike last year where it came down for a defensive effort and a stop and a very close football game, I got a feeling this is going to be a shootout. This is going to be like a 34-31, 37-30 ball game. TCU is going to have the ball last, and they're going to find a way to score a game-winning touchdown in dramatic fashion to seal the deal and officially punch their ticket without any doubt to the playoff. Horned Frogs, have a blast. Start celebrating now. You're going to accomplish a conference championship and punch yourself to the playoff. It's going to be a fun one. It's going to be an exciting one. Everyone tune in at noon. It's going to be a good game.
Here's the other reason why I want the Horned Frogs to win here, Fresh. It's because we haven't had a true, like we had Cincinnati last year as an underdog in the college football playoff. What makes March Madness so great? It's when Cinderella upsets the favorite. And I want that. I want that before we go to a 12-team playoff like they announced here earlier today. I really want TCU in the national title game. I don't know why I want that. I don't care if they play Michigan. I don't care if they play Georgia. I don't care if they play USC. I don't care if they play Alabama, Ohio State. I don't care who they play in the championship game. I want TCU in the national title game. And the reason I want that is I want the underdog story for once in football. I want the Rudy story. I want the Little Giant story. I want that team that nobody gives you a chance and you pull it off. Like 20 years from now, TCU is made, if they do that, this is made for a movie. Like real life just became a great movie with everything Max Duggan's gone through, with everything this team's gone through, with everything that they have done over this year. I just feel like this is a made for a movie here. I love this here. I love this game, and I think that this is just going to be a great one here. So I'm with you, Fresh. I think it's going to be a shootout, and I think this is going to be the best game of the. This and the Fresno State Boise game are going to be the two games that I'll be most interested to watch.
Yep. Hey, everybody, we don't have many games left in the season, so cherish these before bowl season starts because we're about to have very little college football going forward for a long time.
Yep.